In this session, we will learn on how to use the orthodontic module. The orthodontic module is available in the menu on the top left side. In this ortho menu, we have different pages like ortho survey, ortho stage and ortho visit. Now let's start the entry for a orthodontic section. Before that, we need to select a patient. So let me select one patient, say demo patient. When I select any patient, it shows the details at the bottom like this. Now, the first thing in the ortho, I need to enter an ortho survey. So I'll go to ortho survey. By default, the page is blank because there is no ortho survey. To add a ortho survey, you need to click on the add new button here. And now we can select or enter the details, whatever is relevant for this patient for this ortho survey. I'm going to save this. So all that details, whatever you saved, it all shows here like this. Now if you want to delete something, you can delete this, or if you want to edit, you can click on the edit button here. So this is the first step that we need to do in the ortho section. Now next is we need to create an ortho stage. To create an ortho stage, go to ortho menu, select the next one, the ortho stage. When you select ortho stage, it's blank because we have not created any ortho stage. The ortho stage is a combination of all the treatments that we need to do for this particular patient. To add a stage, you need to click on the add stage button, and here we are going to define a ortho stage. Now we have different stages here. We can select one stage here. I'm going to select pre-treatment as my stage, and let's say I'm going to complete this stage in 12 months. So I'll put 12 months here. Then start date, you can define the start date, and based on that start date, the software will automatically calculate the completion date. So here you can see it is 12 months. So this start date plus 12 months is my completion date. I can put a a date for my debanding, so I can enter that. On the right side, we can select the recall, so I put it as 1 month here. Then fee. Now let's say the total charge for this pre-treatment stage is 15,000. So I'll enter 15,000 as the fee, and here I'm going to enter the advance amount. Let's say the patient is paying 3,000 as the advance. Now the software will calculate fee minus advance divided by number of months. So the patient need to pay 1,000 every month. So I'm going to save this now. It's saved. And if you click on the payments tab, you can see all the payments that the patient need to pay on a every month basis, and you can see the patient need to pay for the next 12 months. So here you can see how much they need to pay. Okay, so this is the stages part. Now next I'm going to close this. So you can see that stage what we have created here, all the details are available. If you want to delete, you can delete, or if you want to edit, you can use this edit button. Now next is our treatment. So I'll go to ortho. It's under ortho visit. So all the treatment that you do in ortho, it's coming in the ortho visit. Now when I get into this ortho visit, I can see the stages. So if there are multiple stages, you can select one stage that we are currently doing. Select the stage, and we can click on add visit to add a visit. I'll click here. Now entry type, we basically have three type of entries. One is visit. So say let's assume the patient has visited today and they have done some treatment. Now in that case we will keep it as visit. Now the next visit is basically, today if we do a treatment and we know what need to be done on the next month. So if we know that, we will keep the next visit. So on the next visit it will be pretty easy for us to enter the data. I'll show you an example. Now let's say in this case I selected visit. Now this is basically, you can select orthodontic only treatment, or you can select the all treatments. So if you set all the treatments in the settings page, and if you define that treatments in ortho, that treatments will be listed under this ortho section. Now if you select all, it will show the complete treatments in the software. Okay, now let's say I'm going to select one stage here, say ortho consultation. So I'm selecting that. Here I need to select the upper arch. You can select any of this arch wires, or if you click on other, there's an option where you can type a different type of arch wire. So I'll select archwire upper, elastic. I can enter the details. I can enter the appliance. I can select the doctor who is doing the treatment. Clinical notes, I can note it down. On the weeks, I can select the weeks here. Archwire up, archwire lower, I can select one. Oral hygiene, so based on the patient's oral hygiene condition, I can select one. Then patient cooperation, how good is the patient behaving, like when we do the treatments and all. So we can mark that. Assistant, we can select the assistant who assisted the doctor for this particular treatment. And if you want to attach some images, you can click here and you can attach the different kind of orthodontic photos or x-rays. You can attach any kind of images using this attach image option. Now I'm going to save this. If there is a financial amount pending, like, so let's imagine the patient is not coming for 2 months, okay, and if we try to do any treatment, then the software will ask, the patient has not come for the last few visits and there is an outstanding amount, and now if you say yes, it will be posted to the billing. So essentially the idea is that you are defining these treatments for 12 months. So within that 12 months, you need to get that amount from the patient. So even if the patient is not coming, that will be billed to the patient. Now this is done. Now if I go to billing, I can see the entry here, like how much the patient need to pay. Now I'm just going back. I'll go back to the ortho and ortho visit. I'll show you one more entry. Let me just put add visit here. Let's say today we have done some treatment and I know that on the next visit I need to do another treatment. So what I will do, I'll select next visit. I'll select what is the next treatment that we need to do. Enter some information here and I'm going to save this now. You can see it has come here as a next visit. So let's imagine this patient has come for the next visit. On that time, we don't have to go and click on add visit. Instead, we can click on just this execute button. So that means it will be considered that the treatment is completed. Okay, but again, if there is some kind of changes that you need to do, you can click on the edit, you can make the changes, then you can click on the execute button. So it will be quite easier for you while the patient is coming for the next visit. And also, when the patient comes for the next visit, we can clearly understand what treatment that we need to do. So to do the treatment, or once you have completed the treatment, you can simply click on the execute button. So here also we can simply execute, or you can click on the execute and post. So that means if there is an outstanding amount, it will be posted for the billing. So I'll click on execute. It's done. You can see the status. It is turned into complete. Okay. So this is the normal treatment entry, or it is actually linked with the payments. But again, if you want to manually post some amount, you still have the option. You can go to ortho, you can go to ortho stage, and you can go to edit. There you have the payments. You can post this one manually also, like say for example, the patient is paying some amount and we want to post that. You can click on the post. It's done. And if I go to my billing, I'll be able to see that amounts here too. And once you click on new transaction, full payment, done, it's done. The payment is complete. Now if I go back and take the ortho stage again, and if I click on edit payments, I can see the status is paid. Now the benefit is the payment is normally done at the reception. So as a doctor, you can clearly see the details here, like whether they have paid or not. Okay, so this is an overall idea about the orthodontics. If you have any questions, you can always get back to me. Thank you.